Welcome to SA Footballer TV Division 5, the weekly roundup review and preview show with TJ, Das and Knowlesy. Boys, welcome.
TJ, how you going? Welcome to be back.
It's good to be back. Das, how are you? It's great. Hose has finally signed some sponsors, so we're on the big bucks. Just quickly, Boards on the Pier, MGA Insurance Brokers,
Bayletti Sports, Peachy's Property Maintenance,
Dutton Motors and Bayletti Sports.
I went out of order. Australian Gasworks and Dutton Motors. We're here to have some fun. We're here to talk some footy. We don't take ourselves too seriously here. No one's going to get deleted like Matt Hardy. So let's start with some footy, boys. Greenacres, all the talk in the pre-season is they're going to struggle. You went down there one night, watched them train. There wasn't many on the track. They've had a pretty good performance on the weekend at home. I think they're pretty happy with the way they went. It was Greenacres 14-7-91, but they went down to Paraka 20-17-137. Before we go into the specifics of that game, I'm going to come out right now and I'm going to say it. Paraka will win the premiership in Division 5. I like these big calls.
Paraka v Lockleys for me.
In a grand final.
Yep, and Lockleys will wear their horrible clash jumper.
These are really good times. We can look stupid. Das, but any team that jumps out at you in Division 5?
Glenunga, only because I got 3 players from North Adelaide from last year, who is
premiership reserves players.
Yes, Andy Reid, Teesdale, McMahon. I said huge players there that picked up by Glenunga in playing in Division 5. So that's huge for Glenunga, I reckon. So just watch this space for them.
They've won those 3 players. They've won a reserves Magarey medal. They've all played league footy. Reedy was very good a couple of years ago. Teesdale, the reserve Magarey medalist, and Triple M Mickey McMahon. I actually really rate him. I think he'll do a lot of damage in this division.
In Div 5, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Div 5, and look, they're in for the long haul. They've copped a bit of stick for going and playing Div 5, but I reckon they went together. Good on them.
Yep.
And before we judge them, I've heard them called some horrible things. I reckon, well done, boys. They're there to help Glenunga. Glenunga had a max exodus of player, and Glenunga have started with a win. We'll get to that in a minute. And for Greenacres, the Clark Green Tassers, business as usual, kicked 5 between them. Baldock was their best. For Paraka, Baker and Baker both kicked 5. The Baker boys kicked 5 each, I could have said, yeah. With Timpano, their best player. I just think Paraka, 46-point win to Paraka. Get used to hearing things like that.
They're in Division 5 now. So I mean, years and years ago they were the strongest one in Division 1. They've come straight down to Division 5. Well, I think they've got to rebuild now. They've got to get back up there. Being a strong club, there's no clubs really near them out that way either. So
there's some close ones,
but not
recruited very well too.
Yeah, it's very good,
very good.
But as the Paraka out there, one of the strongest clubs ever. I think they've been a proud club. They've been a bit of history there as well. So I think just watch this space with Paraka as well.
Yeah, I'm looking.
You're in the Bulls, eh?
Yeah, well, I think so. They've had a rough trot over the last 3 or 4 years, and I think they'll bounce back. It's a nice little segue, mate. You've talked about Lockleys already. Obviously, former assistant coach out there. Obviously, I've got Lockleys in the Nil zone, so I've got a fair bit to do. Zwecki doing great things. Smashed CBC first up, 2018-138 to CBC 7-9-51. Anything jump out at you from CBC, Das?
No, just they got smashed there, but CBC got Tolani with 3 goals, Olmers, Dervix, no one that really stands out there in the goal scorers, neither of the best players, though. Rattay, Muller and Parrington, so nothing really stands out there, but look, they got belted on by Lockleys, but Lockleys, I think as you said, one of the favourites in the grand final, at least in the grand final.
Zwecki did contact me last year because I stuffed it up every week. Ascoli.
Simon Ascoli. Yes.
Got it. There you go, Zwecki. There you go. Ascoli. It's not Ascoli, it's Ascoli. Kicked 5, and Russo kicked 3, as did Langcake. Everyone loves a bit of cake. With Boas, I can't be saying Boas. And Shawnee Crow, when he's not uploading Instagram photos of how fit he is these days, he's obviously playing some good footy.
Or jet setting around the world halfway through footy season.
Yes.
Like he did last year.
Yeah. Actually, he was in charge of his brother's buckshot. Got a great... No, we'll leave that.
I can just imagine.
Mate, it was fantastic. But look, Lockleys have stamped their authority already. I think Div 5, they're going to have an impact.
Yeah. Well, they've recruited well. They haven't lost anyone from last year. They've kept Big H, and they've added some more Riverland blokes to their list from Barmera. I know that from their association with some of the Wolfstons, the Boses and blokes like that. They've got, I tell you, they weren't far away last year, so I'll put them around the mark.
Yep. The next one I'm looking at is Glenunga. They played at Kenilworth. They played for the Murphy Colmer Cup, I believe it's called. I don't know Mr. Colmer, but the Murphy side of it, which is the Glenunga side, is of course after the great Norm Murphy, who was one of my mentors. And so for Glenunga to win that cup, it was huge, great day. Andy Reid, the new captain, didn't actually play, so it's a good sign as well. I don't see Teasdale's name in the list, so that's two.
McMahon kicked a couple of goals, so he's obviously there in that game, but the other two obviously didn't play.
Yeah, McMahon did kick 2, as did Bennett and Ward. Smith was their best player. I mean, good sign as well. McMahon not in the best players. Could be Ducks and Drakes there, but for Kenilworth, it's business as usual. Now they've lost Blake Moser, considered the best player in the league by some. I don't think he would have been the best player in the league with those 3 coming in this year. Sanders was their best player. It's a huge win for Glenunga. I think they're one of those teams, a bit like, I liken them to a Westminster of the last few years. If they just get to the finals, come dry weather, those experienced sample hardened bodies, they might really do some damage.
Had some good conversations last year, obviously being tied up with some Div 5s footy last year myself. Had a few conversations with Leesy. He's doing the right things there. Introducing youth. We talked about sustainability earlier on tonight. That's what he's looking at. Add some, some hardened bodies, sample bodies, I suppose you could say, into the fore.
Actually, Andy Reid's got a very hard body. He sends Snapchats around all the time.
Nice and hard.
He gets that little titty thing going. I can't do it.
I can't do that. The only thing I can do is really put the titties in my mouth. Anyway.
But you're spot on with your call there, Dars. I think Glenunga will certainly be one of the teams to beat.
Winning first up, 2 of those big players to come back, Teasdale and Reid. I think Jimmy's just watch the space.
Yep. Woody South have made the journey up after a premiership in Division 6 and found out straight away Div 5's a whole new kettle of fish. They played it at home and they played a twilight game, but they were no match for Hope Valley. 12-13-85, Woody South 8-7-55. 40 South, multiple goal kickers with Daly and Matthews, while Graham was their best. For Hope Valley, Harvey and Tankos kicks 3 apiece. Tankos, whilst Hellmans and the evergreen Lee Duggan were their better players. So a good start there for Hope Valley.
Yeah, you'd expect Hope Valley to be around in the 5, I reckon. Past form, it's always hard to go up to Hope Valley and win a game of footy. But massive effort for them to go down to New Vision Oval round 1 and beat the premiers from Division 4, Division 6 last year. I'll get it out in a minute. Bomber, wouldn't be happy with that.
No. Woody South, they obviously coming up, you think, hey, let's start some good year, because they are won Division 1 years ago, went back straight down to Division 6, Division 5, they still need to hold their ground.
Yeah, they did some massive yo-yoing, didn't they?
So they were very unlucky that year when they went down to 6-2. It was
the last game,
it was
6 or something, and they one game out, lost by half a game, and they're out. But,
let's get on to our last game, because they're back.
The return.
They were kicked out of the league, Rosewater, and they are back. They had their first game at Eric Sutton Oval on the weekend. They went down to Blackfriars. It was Rosewater 9-11-65, an inaccurate Blackfriars 12-19-91. So Blackfriars getting the win at Rosewater, but that's been the pattern. Rosewater have beaten Blackfriars at Blacks and vice versa over the years. I'm led to believe there were several players out for Rosewater, still copying a ban for a one of these ones. So, but hopefully that's it. They'll put that all behind them now. Is that Sean the Diff Jacobs?
That is the Diff,
goals? He did say he'd win it off his own boot. Downey was their better player. For Blackfriars, the Chief Destroyer in front of goals, and best on ground, the ruckman Matt Brincat. So a great effort there for Blacks. They're off to a fly.
Yeah, well, Blackfriars have been the form team, I believe. Last year, Lockleys, we beat them in a final. We beat them, I think, in the 3 games we played them. I think there was the maximum margin was about 3 points. Really, really good games of footy. Like you said, some blokes missing out of Rosewater still due to the ban, and the club, Trev doing a great job there, El Presidente.
Hey, Trevor, well done to him.
Yes,
He's come in.
This show's going to be a lot better without you. We're going to, don't worry, Rosewater will come good.
Well, that's a beautiful segue, because they've got an opportunity straight away, Wayne. Let's give you a tip, and if you've got nothing to add, that's fine. But tell me why, or can Rosewater head to Hope Valley in round 2 and get the chocolates?
No,
Hope Valley at home?
Just said before, it's hard to go up and win games of footy at Hope Valley. I think Hope Valley will win, definitely.
I think the 8 players going back will help, but they might need a week or 2 to get their faux shizzle and nizzle back together. I'll take Hope Valley after an impressive round 1 in a close one.
I'd love to see Rosewater, because of what's happened to them. They've come back from the brink. They've done a lot of work to get the club back, but Hope Valley up there.
Get in early down at Hope Valley for a seat. Should be a good crowd down there.
Yeah.
Nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Are we looking at not just our game of the round, but are we looking at a grand final
Yeah,
preview for Raqqa and Lockleys?
For me,
Or
yes.
Glenunga.
I think so.
Quite possibly, yeah. You love your Glenunga, I know.
Yeah,
And haven't they got some ex-AFL players behind them this year, Glenunga? They've got Prosciutto down there, Pittman, sort of another.
The coaching panel's like worth millions.
Who's who?
Anyway.
Paraka for mine at home at Lindblom.
I'm going for Lockleys.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, Lockleys.
Zwecki wouldn't speak to me if I didn't, but I just think Lockleys have got some good blokes running around there.
If you're watching this, take the kids out to Lindblom Park. They've got a giant flying fox. A lot of fun.
Just don't leave them there though, by themselves.
That's true that. So I've taken Paraka. It was Lockleys and Lockleys.
Lockleys.
Agree to disagree.
Yep.
Blackfires and Greenacres. Talk on the town is no Clark Rantasses. They're one on one off.
That's what I've been told. I did bring that up before off camera. I heard that they're one. I know they do work away, and I heard that they're one on one off. So it'd be interesting to see how Greenies go without them.
Blackfriars by 10 goals.
Blackfriars by 15.
Blackfriars, 12.
We don't think you're going to win Greenacres.
No, sorry.
But the Grand North is one of the best places to eat in the northern
Great
suburbs.
schnitzel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did I see you have 2 schnitzels in your there?
Yes.
Kenilworth and CBC, both teams coming off a loss. Both teams need a win. Can the Kookaburras win at home?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, great. Out there, long way to go. Big oval, massive oval.
Yep. You should treat the purple dolphins. I've never seen a purple dolphin. Anyway.
Bluish.
Glenunga and Woody South.
Yeah, with the return of Reed
Yeah,
and
if they come
Teasdale,
back very hard.
they should control the midfield. They should control the game. I'll take Glenunga by 4 to 5 goals.
Yep, Glenunga for me.
Agree. Woody South, a bit disappointing coming up in the first round, but yeah, Glenunga plays other players come back and so you can win by them by 10.
Beautifully done. We'll be back next week and every week on SA Football TV.
See you guys.